Killed him.
Went through.
What killed him?
He fell from here because he had requested for a wife from Portugal.
You requested for a wife.
A wife. So when he saw the ship coming,
He was excited.
Excitement, and also he was very anxious. When anxiety sets in, it's very difficult for men to control themselves. So the only option is just to jump from there and meet the ship. So I've been asking people, what if the man has seen the wife in the ship? Probably would have lost some wings and fly from here to the ship. There's a popular song in Ghana.
All of them, they have been cooling up themselves with the Ghana horses now. The lady.
No.
The ladies.
The Portuguese were totally different from the other people. They were the first who arrived here on our coast. So they did not engage in this kind of
slavery and all that.
Yes. They were not into slavery, they were just into pure trading. Just common.
The Portuguese or
I'm talking about that ship. This fort was by the Portuguese. It's now 506 years. Yes, 506. The second oldest after Elmina Castle.
Wow. 500.
And it was named after one of the Catholic priests called Saint Antonio. Their going to Africa was sponsored by two different Catholic priests. One was Saint George, the other one was called Saint Antonio. So Elmina one was named after Saint George, and this was named after Saint Antonio. The Catholic priests were very rich in those days. I had a chance to study church history, so I got to know a lot about these Catholic priests and how they manage themselves and how they do their stuff. So that we will have a fair idea of how these buildings are still here. Kumba.
Hey, which Kumba?
Which Kumba, no.
Hey.
It's a mixture of lime, clay, palm oil, and then granite shells from the sea. No cement in the building.
No cement.
No cement in the building.
Wow.
Are you getting me? So for this building to be here, this is one of the reasons the materials in the building counts a lot. So how on earth do you think palm oil can be used for building? Palm oil.
Yeah, you listen?
You wish you could use them for some steel.
That's true, actually.
But it was for building purposes. When palm oil is very dry, when it sticks to your hand, we have to probably use some hot water to clean it, or we have to use some. So it's a clear sign of how powerful it can be. It can bond. So whenever they realize that the clay has lost its texture to hold the clay together with the lime, they just add a drop of palm oil. So when they mix it, it brings them back together. Are you getting me? So no cement in the building. And it's been here for the past 506 years. Am I clear? So in May, the fort will be 507 years.
Wow.
This coming May, 507 years. The second oldest after Elmina Castle. So over here, we try to fix it. We normally go by, we don't know the ratio for this building. We don't know the amount of clay that was used, the amount of lime, the amount of palm oil. So we try to use cement and look at what we have done.
Yeah.
Because cement and clay cannot bond, so it will still give us some.
That sounds sad.
Troubles. Yes. We have much work to do to fix it.
So do you have any idea how to fix it now?
I don't have any idea. We will still try to see what you can do. But what do you know best? You have done it, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
All right, shall we proceed? So
Yes, we shall.
Here was serving as a yard for the traders. And then it became a courtyard for the slavery during the Dutch era. So here was holding about 270 blacks.
Wow.
270 slaves. When it comes to us blacks, everybody is blaming the whites for what happened, especially in the slavery. The slavery was actually a mutual agreement, a mutual trading. It wasn't only done by the whites.
We also agreed
people
for
were
it.
carried in here by the blacks themselves. You know, when the Dutch got there were tribal wars all over. So they took advantage of our divisions. From there, they spoke to our chiefs. So the chiefs were the main heads of the slavery. Are you getting me? For example, probably let's say you belong to the Enzima tribe, and then you are having some issues with a hunter tribe. Before, when they engage in battles, they used to kill each other. But when the Dutch people came, they made you the chief to understand that whenever your people engage in any battle and they're able to conquer their people, they can bring them in for some gifts. Are you getting me? So meaning you are not going to kill your brother, but you can make money out of your brother.
Wow. It's a fair trade then.
Yeah. But how come today everybody's blaming the whites? Are you getting me? When one finger points to you, the three is coming at me. So we have to also blame ourselves and get to know what actually transpired in the slavery.
Yeah, you know what?
So if I have to go after my brother and put him in shackles and chains and walk him in here,
Even if you are those days, if you are too stubborn, they will say you
Yes.
stubborn, you're disturbing the house, they are going to
they're
sell
going to
you.
go here and make money.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
And well, I think what you say is right. What you're saying is right. But I still believe the mastermind of it all, the people, because we Africans then, these people, they were more civilized. They know the way to create division self in the minds of the people. So I believe more, like they are the ones even creating more division in the minds of the chiefs to even sell their people more.
Yes, that is a fact. We are not denying that fact.
Okay.
What we mean is that when you look at slavery proper, everybody thinks that it was the whites who go after the people, the blacks in town,
And bring them.
and bring them in here.
Yeah.
It wasn't so.
But I think the whites also has their own white hunters. I think I heard something about.
That is why I'm saying that they spoke to the chiefs that this time around, whenever you engage in any form of battle, don't kill the people captured. Bring them here and make some money.
Than to kill them.
Walk them in here and make some profit than to kill them. Are you getting me? So now, whenever you see a brother and you are stronger than a brother, you can put him in shackles or chains and walk him here, do something. Especially when you come across somebody from a different tribe, a different village.
This is a question. I watch the movie like that. So you mean like if I just see somebody from a different village, maybe trespass to our land, maybe in shades of something, or they were just passing, I can just simply capture them
him.
for no reason.
For no reason.
Sell them
If
to
we are
them.
strong enough, you can capture the person.
But you know this word, money is a tempter. Everybody loves money. Even the person who informed the most sense loves money. So I still think that the whites are the one who put that in their mind. So whatever it
Yes,
is,
that is
no
why
matter how much
I'm saying that
know this part of the story.
I'm not denying what you are saying. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Because they actually spoke to our chiefs, and from what they heard, they were convinced enough to work the people here and make some money.
That's true.
So in this case, if our forefathers were wise enough not to buy the idea, there was no way the wise could
They can just come and run from nowhere and then grab the people. No, they were given the authority.
Yes, for
That's
example,
why they were
let's
able
say
to
you
do
are
it.
here to trade. You are in Azim to trade. You must first know the people. Are you getting me? From there, you talk to them about your product. You convince them to like it before they will buy from you. Am I clear?
That's true.
So that's actually what happened. The Dutch people leave the scene. Because they have lost the market totally to the British people. Now the British were now in charge of the gold market. And they can't only rely on the slavery.
Let me say this.
Okay.
That word you said that the whites were not, they are eating. If you have watched documentaries on this slavery and all that, that ideology that they were not here first because of slave trade, I think that's a lie. They always have in every crew. I read about it seriously online. In every crew, they have people with agenda, sponsored by people back home. So they are in the crew. So when they come, they already come with that agenda, but they are made him as decent people that we come for marketing or whatever.
Okay, I'm coming. So how come the Portuguese did not engage in? Because we were the first to arrive in our coast. How come they did not engage in slavery?
If you look the
Are you
Portuguese
getting me?
history right on time, they are people of commerce, they are people of trading. So let me say that's how they are. they were talking about personalities in the people, the Portuguese people as well. That's how they are. But if you go back dating to America, you see this man that put Americans in shame. Look what he did back then was very cruel. He killed people, put their hands on their neck like this. Saying one thing, they were celebrating his name in America. They were celebrating his day in America. Then they stopped it because of why? That slave trade. So that's the same thing they walked into Africa as the new market for slave trade. They have done it before in America. I've read a lot about this slave trade. It's a practice they have done. They even did that before to the Native American and all that. So you see, so it was an agenda in their mind. It's not, so they came working like traders.
Because he has been a lot of my videos.
This man from Spanish. Columbus, Christopher Columbus. Yes. So they have enslaved people. They were saying that we discover America, no. But later on they find out about his cruelty, his bad deeds. And they say, no, we stop this guy. We stop this, making him an idiot.
And this was what?
There's a kitchen for the whites.
A kitchen. Yeah.
And this was their oven.
How many people stayed here? Foreigners.
9 whites.
Only 9.
9.
Over the whole period?
Over the whole period.
9.
9 in number. 1 on the island, 8 in here. So you must ask yourself, how 9 men be able to throw It was a partnership. The local people here were connected to the Dutch people.
Yes.
They were serving as their neighbors, and they had men in town. We call them the brokers. So whenever the Ashantis walk down slaves here to the coast, the brokers will inspect to get to know if there's anybody among them in the slave queue. So their work is to take them out. Are you getting me?
What?
So
Yes.
say that again. To do what?
The brokers,
Yes.
they are men from different families here in Axim.
Yes.
And before one can become a broker, it means the Dutch man had a wife in that family setup.
Yes.
So the men in the family are automatically qualified to serve as brokers. So the work of a broker is to make sure they don't enslave their people. Are you getting me? So their work is to inspect to know the slaves. If there's anybody they
that
know
come from their family, yes.
in there, their work is to say, oh, I know this brother. So take him out. Are you getting me? So do you think the blacks were not, they didn't know where they were doing? They know.
They know.
They know what they were doing. So they will just
And the
take
other
him out.
people, they said, no, you can take him.
Yes.
He's from
Like
another
me.
tribe.
Yeah, another tribe.
You can take him. So it's not nice.
I had worked there myself.
Yes.
That's about 6 years ago. I worked on a dry land.
When the tide is down,
When
you
the
can
tide is
walk to
down,
the
yeah.
island.
He can walk to the island.
The island,
We
yeah.
work there all the time.
Even before the sea was just right here.
Is there a fort on the island or just
No, there's a lighthouse on the island.
the lighthouse?
Wow.
So before all go out, because you escaping to the town, you go there and be saying things. I went to the fort, I saw this, I saw this, I saw that, I saw that.
So there were never an escapee from the fort.
No,
Wow.
nobody escaped.
Some of these people, they were able to keep them in chains very well.
Nobody escaped. Nobody escaped.
So once you come in,
I'm also here to have a look at the gates of no return.
Gate of no return. The gate of no return.
The gate of no return. You know, we have 2 different outlets in the fort
Yes.
and castles. We have the door of no return, and then we have the gate of. Whenever you hear a gate, it means there's a vast space to catch up before you can get to the shores. So, for example, when you go to my village, there's a fort there called Fort Badenstein at Butray. It's on a hill. But there was a passage in the fort to the shores. Are you getting me? So because the fort was far from the sea, any outlet in the fort is termed as gate of no return. When you go to Cape Coast, whenever you open a gate, probably a gate of a company, you can't just enter the rooms. You have to walk before you can get to the rooms. So this was a gate actually. And all the slaves were shipped through here. Everything they had has to go through here. Gold has to get through here. The slaves also has to get through here. So before, it was serving as an emergency exit for the Portuguese. So in case of any attack, they can escape from here. But when the Dutch took over, they also saw another good use by making sure that the slaves will not walk through time before they get to the ships. So that's how we entered. If it were to be in the slavery era, nobody will know how you'll be taken out of the fort. So everybody in town still thinks, oh, these people you saw in chains are still here, but they are gone long ago. They are gone long ago because of this secret party. Slavery was abolished worldwide, that was in 1814. But here in the coast, the Ashanti Kingdom still did it with the Dutch people for 60 extra years.
60 extra years after it's abolished?
Yes. Jesus. You know, when the British were fighting against the slavery, they were still doing it underground with the Dutch people.
It's like these Ashanti people, their name is always in slavery, you know.
Their name has to be there. It has to be there. You know, Crown Travel, because they had a dynamic kingdom. They had well-trained soldiers. And they were united. Actually, they are still united. They are the only ones, they will travel here, they will not speak the Nzema language, they will still speak their language throughout. Even though they understand the language, but they will not speak it out. Yeah. They can be in Accra, they will see the speaking tree. Yeah. They won't speak that. It's not changing.
The
So
same.
they've been here for 506 years.
The fruit beans and the floor beans are the original beans. And they lasted.
The floor from 1874 by the British.
But the floors new.
147 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's still stronger than your test at
Yeah.
So that's a water tank by the British.
And before that?
Before that, there was a way that that we were using.
From inside or from far?
They had an underground water storage.
Yes.
I'll show you get downstairs. This one was by the British. So they thought the one there was poisoned before the fort was sold out. So they had to bring their own supply system. You know, West people never touch your enemy's water. It's possible you be poisoned.
So was that the original steel from when they put
Yeah,
the
that's
tanks
original
in?
steel.
500 and something years, wow.
very, very strong. They just that not.
Wow.
147 years.
Okay, I was just
Okay, we want to. Yeah, you are there. You passed the right.
take the lead.
Yeah, so here was where Gomez fell off and died.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next time when you are waiting for your wife, don't fall, don't jump.
Why would he jump? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And also from the history we learned he was a virgin. He has not tasted the thing before.
Oh.
So it comes with such line, you know how.
Okay.
You know how agitated you can become.
We were just thinking about it and we didn't know how to.
Maybe it was his childhood girlfriend. Oh my God.
You know, there's something happened to Isaac. When they brought Rebecca before Isaac, Isaac was like, do I start from the now
The well.
Colonia.
Oh,
So
there's
that's
still.
what they were using. There's much water in here. So the British thought this was poison. That's why they brought the one you saw out there.
Have you tried?
So before the fort was sold, they had engaged in different battles. You know, prior to our independence, we have some different battles in there. 80 aggressive women were kept in here. 80.
80. Oh my God.
Just
So
here.
that's a chamber for them. And this was like a sitting room for them. So chamber and hall. That's a
80.
hall, that's a chamber.
For 80 people.
I can't see.
80 of them.
It's dark.
So when they are here, probably there's no way you can lie here because if you lie here, it's either somebody sits on you or somebody stands on you.
Obviously, 80 people.
And this was also for 38 humble women.
Okay,
So
the
you can
humble
see
ones.
This is quite bigger than the 80.
Yeah.
This was for the humble ones, the nice ones. And you have sex with them. They pick them up, wash them, and have sex with them.
The ones who loyal.
The ones that can't fight.
Okay. So this was a storage for food and trade items.
Even the food and trade items is
Yeah,
even.
it's quite better than what it's.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's better than where they kept the human beings.
And that's for 90 aggressive men.
90.
Aggressive, yeah, 90. 90 of them will be in here.
Sorry, was this the men's
The men, yeah.
quarters?
For 90 of them.
90.
So what was the down one? Just for when they were
Now,
in the road?
now,
Okay, not for an actual.
And how to subscribe to this channel? You know they will make sure to hit the subscribe button. Like this video.
Okay, let's hit the road.